Today guys, I'm gonna be telling you about how to keep fishes for beginners. So if you already have experience, you probably won't like this video, but if you're trying to keep fishes for the first time, then this video might be helpful for you, because I'm gonna show you different containers that you can keep fish on, whether you're trying to go fancy, whether you're trying to get something simple, something so you don't spend a lot of money. Right behind me I have a few tanks and options for you if you're trying to set up a tank and not break the bank. So let's get to it. Alright, the first one, it's a regular tank. You can buy them at Petco. This, what I have here, is a 20 gallon. I got it for $20 and the dollar per gallon sale in Petco. That's one way you can save money. I'm also going to be showing you a clip of when I had it set up. It was fully planted. I had some guppies. Okay, so first I'm going to be showing you this picture. And this picture right here was my first planted tank. I didn't really know much about fishes. I still don't know much. I still consider myself a beginner, but I feel real proud of how I set up this. I know it's not much, but to me it was like the best looking tank. And all I had was some honor keys, I believe that's how it's called, some Anubias, and I'll circle and right below the name of the other plant. But in all, I went a little bit fancy on it because I added a canister filter. I had the Eheim 2213 on it, and I had a heater, and then for substrate I used a mixture of sand, and I think it was Excel, the other substrate. I'll post a picture of the other substrate that I used, and it worked really well. After that, the plant started taking off, and I would start redecorating it. Alright, so in this clip, it's a few months after, once I had a little better idea. I had it with guppies, I redecorated the tank, and it's just the start. So you won't start with that level. I for sure didn't, but I just kept trying, adding plants, and I eventually got to that level, and all I had was some guppies in there. So that's the first. Now the second that I'm about to show you is a stock tank. You can get this stock tanks at Tractor Supply. This one here is a 45 gallon. I bought it for around $1 per gallon. I think it was around $50 or less, and it's a 45 gallon. I currently have 110 gallon. For the people that are not subscribed to my channel, or this is your first video, I have 110 gallon. In this picture right here that I'm showing you, I had a peppermint, pothos, and I don't remember the other plants because I was just experimenting with them. The floating plants that you see in the water, those are frog bit, and those, the less water movement you have, the more they'll reproduce. And it's kind of hard to tell, but right there where the potho is, I'm gonna make a circle. That was actually a waterfall. I made it it was a do-it-yourself project, you can say. And I'm going to show you a picture where you can see the waterfall a little bit better, and you'll see that I had more frog bit. And if y'all like, I can make a video on how I made the waterfall. Just let me know down below, and I'll make a video about that. And with stock tanks, you can go with probably smaller ones. I think I saw like a 25 or 15 gallon one. depending how much space you have, depending on your budget. So that's another option. You can do a do-it-yourself waterfall like I did, which it's probably a little bit more expensive because you have to buy the water pump, which I paid $20 in Harbor Freight for it, and then the hose was another $10, I believe. And then you had to buy the media, which I use Lava Rock, and I'll post a picture on which brand or bag do I use, but I don't really think it matters. And then I just planted the plants on top of it, and it's basically like a bog filter. So that's another option you can go. I also had some sponge filters, and I'll be playing some clips around so you can see the stages it went through with the stock tank. And you can go to my page and check out the other videos. Enough of this. Now let's talk about the other option you have. Okay, so your other options are containers like this. You can find them at Home Depot. You can also get one of those big ones. I think the biggest one I've seen is 55 gallon. And depending on how big you want it, it's how pricey they'll get. I got one that was around 15 gallons that I'll post a video or picture. I also have a video on it. I paid like $7 or $10 for that container. If you're trying to save money with light and stuff like that, you can just set it up outside and it makes it easier. You can also use sponge filters, which is pretty cheap. Sponge filter 40 gallon would run you around $10. An air pump will run you around $15, $20 on Amazon, so that's another route you can go. So it's pretty inexpensive. It just depends how fancy you want to go. Alright, so that's everything I have for y'all today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everybody who has subscribed. I hope this video helps y'all out if you're trying to keep turtles or fishes outside, or you can even have them inside. And if you're trying to save money, there's some great options you can use. So once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace out, guys.